Howdy folks, welcome back to the weekly comic book snap. It's the last issue for the week and it's issue 54. Jesus, what's going on? But it's a huge one, isn't it? It's a huge.
Well, I think you're a bit more excited about this one than I am.
Well, you know what it is? It's because I like the vibe that these two... What? What are you going to say?
Willies.
Well, you know, who doesn't like that? Yeah, the one with a sore throat. Anyway, so I like the vibe that these two kind of, you know, these two together, I think, conjure up a sort of a vibe, especially for this character.
These two that Will is talking about is
What's
Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermeo.
Yes.
And the book is issue 2.
We missed issue 1, didn't we? That was on an off week.
Of The Batman Damned.
Yeah. Quite the controversial book so far.
Well, the issue 1
was,
was very controversial.
Yes.
We maybe would have done a snap, but they all sold out like that, didn't they? Because Batman got his widgie out.
Got his peen arse out, didn't he?
He did. He got his willy right out.
Right in your face as well.
The higher ups at DC or Warner Brothers, they decided I don't think they thought it was on message. So they said that they weren't going to let us have any more.
Yeah.
Which was
Or
sad
did they
times,
actually reprint it wangless?
Nope, they did
They
it. They did a digital copy, that wangless.
Right.
But they have just given us a little line saying that Batman Damned #1 will not be reprinted at this time.
I see. So the prices of those went whoop.
Went
straight up,
ridiculous, didn't they?
Went bonkers for a bit there.
Should we tell them the story? Shall we?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
If you want.
No, Will beat me up for a copy. Actually, no. I may have sold Will's copy and then had to scratch around and get one. Luckily,
Oh, lucky for you, son.
was very, very, very lucky because
It was.
we don't sell people's pre-orders here from Bros to other people. And I did question whether Will did pre-order, but then I found that I had actually put him on for 2 and 3, so he must have pre-ordered. So I felt pretty bad and had to fess up and be all.
You were very contrite. I thought it was.
But we sorted you out, didn't we?
You did. You absolutely did.
I had to pull
To
some
be fair-
strings. Don't even want to know what I did.
I can only imagine, sir.
Tell me about
But
it.
I was very grateful that you did that, and I don't think that I think I was, you know, quite generous in my forgiveness of you at the time. I didn't make a big deal of it. I just sort of
started
said,
twitching.
I think it was over the phone. I said, "Hey man, you know, that's a shame." I'm pretty sure I did.
You
put it back, but, you know.
sounded so disappointed.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed.
Anywho, they don't need to know about it anymore.
Anyway, more about this book.
More about this book. So,
This is book 2.
the Joker that
Yeah.
this team worked on was great.
I mean, that's one of my favourite.
Hardcover, standalone little story where all told from the perspective of a hood, a hired
member of the crew.
Yeah, who doesn't really know who he's working for, and you just see the Joker trailblaze through Gotham. Great book. It was.
Amazing
It
stuff.
was. Great book. They also did one on Luther, which
Yeah.
for me didn't quite hit those high points.
No.
And Lee Bermeo also
Noel, wasn't
did
it?
the Batman Noel, which I really liked.
I like that one too,
Nice
yeah.
Christmassy, but not the nice Christmassy.
No,
It doesn't
no,
have
no,
bells and mistletoe and
Reindeer
nice brightness, did
hoofing
it?
their
No.
way through. No.
But I think there were reindeer in it, if I remember. The pit patter of
yeah,
there were.
okay, maybe. Yeah.
So anyway, they're back on this DC's Black Label imprint that is possibly not going so well. I think they've
Bit too
had
dark, is it?
they've just kind of messed it up. I think with things like the White Knight was meant to be part of it, and then they have put it as part of it as a trade paperback, but it didn't get the nice kind of prestige
Right.
format, and
Yeah,
I think that
okay.
annoyed people. And there's other ones that are being cancelled. Weirdly, they folded All-Star Superman into it, which makes you kind of excited that they do something really nice and different with it.
Yeah.
But it's again just a trade paperback. I mean, it's a great book. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Have I just?
What have you done?
Oh,
Oh no.
oh,
You've just done something there, haven't you?
yeah, I have.
We'll have to have a little look at that, Kieran. What a foolish thing to do.
What have I done? I pressed the button on the side, it seems.
Okay, maybe we're still going.
Okay. You can snip and snappity, can't you?
Snip those together.
So I'll just go. So yes, it's a great book, but
So folded into the
the black label,
yes.
which is the adult imprint. But then Willie's are too adult for it. Maybe, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, back to this book.
Back to that one. Stop picking things up. Damn fool.
It does look great.
The reason I'm so excited about this book, particularly this series, is because I just think these two together work really well. And I think Bermeo's kind of art is probably my favourite sort of comic book artist working at the moment. There's just something about him that, I love his style.
It is a great style, and he does tell a story well. Sometimes when these the art is so kind of almost painted, you can lose. It feels almost like a pin-up in every cell that you it doesn't have the flow of the book, but his work flows beautifully. Yeah. There is no doubt about it whatsoever.
I think it's a subjective, personal thing as well. I just like his style,
But it is nice, and it's printed in this oversized prestige way, like I say, and it does feel nice.
Awkward for the pockets, isn't it?
Awkward for the bags and boards, and also for the boxes. But then it's like nobody puts Damned in a box.
Put Damned in a box. Come on, put Baby in the corner.
Exactly.
Anyway, so the book. What did you think? I mean, there was a rumour of some boobs to accompany the.
There's a little bit of chat about whether there is a cell where Miss Harley Quinn pops up, and
apparently it didn't happen.
Well,
look at her.
Yeah. Who knows? But it's an adult imprint, so who cares if there's a bit of a Willy there? And the thing that annoyed me about the Batman Damned #1 was that it came out in the week that Dick Grayson got shot in the head in Batman.
Wow.
Which is quite a brutal, horrible thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you know what? This Batman's Willy. Who cares, people? Do we really care that much about the human body? It's a beautiful thing in all its glory.
It is, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
So I think this has got press and a big build-up.
Undeserved.
No, I think it's deserved. It's just for the wrong thing.
Right.
I think it looks lovely.
Yeah.
The story that they're telling, it's only a 3-part story, and so we're 2/3 of the way in, and I still don't know
kind of what's happening.
Where we are. I've got a theory, but you've got a lot of the darker characters in here. So you've got John Constantine, and you've got the Enchantress in there, and you've got Deadman in there.
Yeah.
So you're always on a kind of a little bit of a quicksand, I would say, about where the book is going, what it is. There's things that he keeps looking back into Bruce's past, which, if they're true and happening, then they're rewriting a lot of. And Thomas Wayne is a douche, but hopefully they're not. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of things going on, and there's some mind-bending tricks going on.
Yeah, there's some.
Personally, for me, but it is beautiful.
Fantastic. Do you enjoy it? I mean, did you enjoy the book?
Yes, I am really enjoying it. But I enjoyed the first one. I really enjoyed the first one. But when the Batman's Willy came out, and everybody was saying it was there just for gratuity, so there was no need for it. It's not true, because just before, on the previous page, he'd been on the floor in the Batcave, and he's in a fetal position, and it was showing just how exposed he felt for me. And how much more exposed can you be than being there full frontal and naked, and you are exposed. So it was very much an artistic thing, I think, and I think that they were stupid for what they've done.
Right.
And now people want to jump on it, but there's people selling them on eBay for 40, 50,
Crazy
60,
money.
70 quid, It peaked. There was ones going for over 100 quid.
Bonkers, eh?
Which just seems wrong, and now they're not going to reprint it, so people can't really jump in on this. Well, you can jump in on the second one, but you don't know what's gone on in the first one. It's just a little bit of a cluster flip, I think, by DC.
Well, I mean, the main thing is that they do get the book out. I mean, wasn't there talk of it sort of actually stopping and.
Well,
going on?
I did wonder if they might just kind of
Yeah.
pull the kibosh on it because of the ridiculousness of what
They're
went on.
letting them tell their story, which I think is a good thing.
It is, but then you question it, like with the page at the back where there's would she have been a little bit more exposed, and therefore are they telling their story if they're having to
dial it back?
I don't know, man. There's lots of things to talk
What I
about.
did
This.
think
What
about
I'm
this
talking
is-
about though is the enjoyment of it, and you
Yes.
need to have read one to fully enjoy the whole thing. And I
That's
think
true. Well, that's like most things.
they're stipifying people's enjoyment.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Interesting. Yeah, so what I was going to say about this anyway is that it kind of captures Harley, that kind of, strangely sort of seductive, but, totally crazy kind of, in that sort of way. It shows her.
I know what
at
you
this
mean.
Bonkers kind of. Usually she's kind of
Getting a
funny
weird
or
deja
deja
vu.
vu. Oh well,
Sorry.
what are you gonna do? No, she's she's normally shown as kind of this kind of either slightly jokey comic kind of character or
Hypersexualized kind of thing. Yeah, I know what you mean. But then,
now she just looks bonkers, nuts, but also slightly seductive.
but then that's kind of in this. She's very much the mirror image of their Joker, isn't she?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what he is. He's
Yeah.
like kind of you kind of want to root for him. You like this bad guy, but then you realise what a horror guy he is, basically. Yeah, complete
freaking animal.
utter.
Yeah. So great. Anyway, good book.
Very good book.
Yeah, most enjoyable. How much is it?
It's $6.99, which we do for £5.60.
Bargain.
Bargain.
Snappers. There we are. Come and spend your beans on that one. So we went on a bit there, but we'll call it there, shall we? Yes, we'll call it there, snappers.
Okay.
Well done. Okay, so well done. Don't forget to subscribe if you like them, the snaps, that is. And hit the old reminders. We'll be back. Take care. Bye.